welcome back. I'm back to do a video for you today.
Hey guys! Hey guys! I sound really hype. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. No, that's wrong.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone a little while, and if you guys have been following me for a very long time, you guys know why. I'm still recovering from my ear surgery, but I am back today. I'm feeling a lot better, and I just feel like I'm in the mood to come back and film a video for you. So I am back today with a new video all about the ColourPop No Filter Foundation. This is exciting. I have the foundation, and I have the concealer, which I've already purchased in the past. I also purchased the translucent setting powder, and also I got the pressed powder that they came out with. Those three items were brand new in their release, and I purchased one of each. I was debating whether I should purchase more than one shade, but I went by the chart that they actually posted on their Instagram, so it seems pretty decent. This is the foundation I have on today, and I think it is great. It's a great match. I am actually surprised because it's hard. It is really hard. If you're like me, you have a struggle finding your perfect match of foundation, or at least close to your shade and your skin tone online. It's hard. Today you guys will be seeing my first impressions on the foundation, the setting powder, and the pressed powder all together. And I will be doing a wear test, of course, throughout the day. I'm going to be doing some check-ins, or I'm going to try. I want to bring my vlog camera with me, so I want to do some updates for you guys so you guys can see like how I feel throughout the day. If you guys would like to know more about how I feel about the ColourPop No Filter Foundation, the pressed powder, and the setting powder, then please go ahead and keep on watching. Alright, and now we are here. I'm excited. I can't wait to try these products out. And when I found out ColourPop was coming out with a foundation, I was really excited about it. I love their concealer, and I was excited. I was just excited. I'm going to start by priming my face first using the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I just started using this recently, and I actually like it. It smells a little strong, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of like a citrusy scent. But I just take this and blend it into my skin, and I think it's nice because it has shea butter and vitamins A. No, not vitamin A. This is vitamin C and E. So it's supposed to be good for your skin. So I use that all over my face to prime. And it doubles as a moisturizer, so I even use it on its own. Like without makeup, I'll just put it on as a moisturizer and just go about my day. I like to let the primer sink into my skin and just give it a minute before I go in with the foundation. And I'm just going to moisturize my lips with the Best Damn Beauty Mask, Best Damn Beauty Lip Mask from Nicole Guerrero. Alright, so I went in with that primer, the face base, because I don't want anything altering the foundation too much. I just want to see how it performs on its own. And then of course I do want to play with the foundation with different primers because I do have like pores here that are noticeable, and I do have oily skin, so we will see how this foundation wears. So I'm going to start off by applying the ColourPop No Filter Foundation. And I'm probably repeating this so many times, I haven't filmed that long. It's been a long time since I filmed, that's what I meant to say. So I got the shade Light 70, and I went online to I went on their Instagram page and I saw their charts, and I went ahead and I tried to compare the closest match of my shade, which is Maybelline 128 Warm Nude. But then there was a comparison to this number for the Maybelline 220. Now I like to match my foundation with my face to my neck into my chest. The rest of my body is more tan. So if you're like me, I like to match my face into my neck and my chest. And yeah, I'm gonna go in with Light 70, and I really love the bottle. I think it's really cute. I've seen mixed reviews on the bottle itself, and a lot of people are saying it's kind of kiddish, and a lot of people are like, I like it, but I think I like it. I like it because it's cute. It has stars. That is my opinion. And it also has a pump, which is great. It's a lot less messy, and it does not have a cap, but the pump can turn to lock itself left and right. And it is a glass bottle, which I'm a little bit scared about because I tend to drop things. I'm a klutz like that. I will drop something, and if it breaks, it's gonna break. I'm gonna apply one side of my face with a brush, And they actually set this brush for free because if you used a code when you make this purchase, you get this brush or something else for free, and I didn't know what the other thing was. I think it was an eyeshadow palette. But I got this instead, a paddle brush. I like to use paddle brushes for masks. I don't necessarily like them for applying foundation because they just leave the foundation very streaky, and I just don't like that. So I'm going to go in with the Morphe M439. I'm going to apply one side of my face with the Morphe M439 brush, and then the other side of my face with a beauty sponge, the Beauty Blender. Okay, so on first pump, it's actually a pretty runny foundation, and that looks like it might be my match, hopefully. I went by the little charts that they had on Instagram. I'm gonna go with, let's try with 1.5 pump. Oh wow. Okay, that's a decent, look at me, that's a decent shade for me. And I always like to blend down my neck. It's very important to always blend down your neck. That actually is really nice. It does blend into my neck. It's a tad bit dark, but I would rather have it a little bit darker than too light. Okay, so that is one thin layer of the foundation on this side of my face with a brush. I definitely can tell that there's medium coverage. It's not full coverage just yet because you can see, if you see up close, you can see that my acne is peeking through right in this area. I get pink splotches and just some acne bumps, but I actually like it. I prefer full coverage, so I'm definitely going to go in with another layer, but this is nice and it's actually blending into my neck, and I like it. I really do like it. You can definitely tell the difference between this side of my face and this side of my face. It looks like a demi-matte. It's not super matte. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and apply the other layer, or at least one layer, to the left side of my face with the Beauty Blender, and let's see how that blends into the skin. Alright, so that is the other side with a Beauty Blender, and I think I prefer the brush side only because the Beauty Blender did tend to sheer out the foundation a little bit because, you know, the Beauty Blenders always tend to soak up a little bit of the foundation. I did 1.5 pumps, but I still have some foundation on my hand, so I'm sure that you can build this up with the Beauty Blender. I'm going to do that now because you can still see my acne marks peeking through. Alright, so looking up close, I did finish the rest of the foundation that I had on my hand, which was 1.5 pump. I just took the rest of it and applied it right here in this area. This is definitely a buildable kind of foundation. I noticed that when I build it up, it does build up without looking cakey, and it looks like a demi-matte finish. You can tell there's some dewiness to my skin, but of course, it could be the moisturizer or the primer. But it blends out nicely with the Beauty Blender, but it shears it out a little bit. I think I prefer it better with a brush. I am more of a Beauty Blender, beauty sponge, applying everyday type of gal, so if you do apply it with a sponge, if that's your preferred way to do it, you definitely might need a little bit more of foundation because I'm pretty sure that it soaks up a little bit of the foundation into the sponge. But this foundation is only $12, so it's not so bad if it does soak up extra product. You know, maybe because the price is justifying. So looking at it up close, it's a nice natural looking finish, which I love because sometimes you just feel like you just want to put on the foundation and just go. Of course, I'm gonna set mine down because I do get oily skin in my T-zone, but yeah, we're gonna move on to the next step, which is the concealer. This concealer is definitely a favorite of mine because, as you can see, it's like almost empty. It's pretty much almost empty. This one is in the shade Light 20, which is more closer to my kind of shade, my actual skin tone kind of shade, and then I have Light, I believe this one's Light Neutral 15. I like to do this one in the inner corners of my eyes to brighten them up, and then I'll take just the regular Light 20 on the rest of the area underneath my eye and just blend the two together. Alright, so I blended out my concealer. Alright, so I blended out the concealer into the foundation with my beauty blender, and up close I'm noticing that, I'm pretty sure it's because of me, because my skin tends to get dry sometimes, but I'm pretty sure that it's just a little bit dry right over here. I'm pretty sure that's me. I don't think it's the concealer. But on this side it looks really nice. The concealer blends into the foundation really nice. I don't think I have any complaints on that. I think it's just my own skin. I think the concealer blended into the foundation really nicely, and I'm going to move on to setting. Now for setting the concealer, I'm going to set it in place with the No Filter setting powder.
And I got mine in
I got mine in the shade Translucent, which I saw the banana shade and I was curious about the banana shade, but then I saw some reviews about the banana shade was way too yellow and a little too dark for my skin tone, so I just wanted to be safe and just use the Translucent instead. Real quickly before I start setting, I'm already noticing that the foundation is settling into my laugh lines right here, along my corners of my mouth and things like that. And of course I have some lines here on my forehead and the foundation's already settling into those lines, but before I set my foundation with powder, I am going to go back in and just blend those lines out before I set it with powder. And I tend to crease right here under my nose, and it's already settling into the lines under my nose. My hair is crazy today, but I was trying something new. So this is the powder. It's actually pretty fine. I haven't touched it. Ooh, okay, so the powder is very soft. It's very silky soft. If you're not careful, you will make a mess. So just go back in with your beauty sponge and smooth out underneath the eyes. Taking my beauty blender, I'm just going to bake with the powder. And I'm also going to take it around my nose. I also like to go ahead and blend out those additional lines where the foundation went into to crease. I blend the lines out and then go in with the powder and just set in those areas as well. Alright, those areas are set. I'm just going to leave it like that, and then I go in with the last item that I have to review, and it's the ColourPop No Filter Sheer Pressed Powder. Now I got mine in the shade medium because I thought medium dark was just a little too dark for my skin. This looks a little light, but it does look like it would match me as well. So I'm just going to take that on a big fluffy brush and set the rest of my face. Alright, so I set the rest of my face with the powder, and it's a very sheer powder. Like, I don't feel it, although I do see it when it comes on the brush, but it's very sheer. It does look like it makes a nice match for my skin. It's not too light or too dark. Let's see how it looks up close. Okay, so this is the foundation up close, and as you can tell, I just have a medium coverage. I should have gone in with more full coverage just to cover up my blemishes, but I decided just for this video I'm just going to go in with medium coverage, which is 1.5 pump on each side, so you guys can see how the foundation works when you have problematic skin like I do. The foundation it's feeling smooth, but I still feel like it's like a little bit tacky. Like I feel like I have to go in with the powder again and continuously blot, or not blot, but set. I feel like I have to set a little bit more. You always have to pat. I feel like I might have done a little bit too much rubbing, so it's like off a little bit. It came off. I don't think I'm too much of a fan of the pressed powder so far. Okay, so I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup and I will be right back. Alright, I'm back. I finished the rest of my face makeup and my eyes makeup, and I'm obsessed with the eye look. And I've been using Reina de Caribe palette and I am obsessed with it, as you can see. That's what I have on the eyes, and for the rest of the face I use ColourPop, and I really want to do a separate video on this whole look, so let me know if you guys want to see that using this palette, because I would love to do that. But yeah, so far so good. The foundation actually looks nice. It doesn't really look drying. It's not cakey looking. It feels lightweight. It's not heavy on the skin. And I think the setting powder, or the pressed powder, I believe, the pressed powder actually did a good job just to keep my foundation nice and set so nothing is sinking in the lines. And yeah, I got some errands I need to run. I have to go to the clinic and then I have to go to get some groceries. So wish me luck because it's really, really hot outside. If you live in Florida, you know exactly what I mean. And that is why my hair is up. And it looks a little messy because I just threw it up. And yeah, so I will be back later on to give you guys an update. It might not be a bunch of an hour update because I'm starting late in the day. Like right now it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I woke up a little late, but I still wanted to come on here and do some sort of a review and a wear test on this foundation because I think it's super helpful to do this for all of you guys, because I know that when I was searching for my shade it was hard because not very many people had a lot of reviews, and of course there's so many different skin tones and different shades of foundation, so I thought that it would be super helpful if I came on here and did this for you guys. So far my thoughts are the foundation is nice, it looks natural on the skin, and it's not super matte, so it's kind of like a demi matte, and it looks very, not luminous. I don't want to say luminous or dewy because it's not super dewy at the same time, but it's a natural finish. I'm going to leave it as a natural finish. Also, the setting powder that I used under the eyes, I really, really do like it. It gave me a nice smooth finish and the powder feels really, really soft and silky. I really like the way it looks under the eyes, and it's holding up really nicely against my little wrinkles that I have underneath my eyes. It's not letting my concealer crease at all, so it's looking pretty good. The pressed powder is okay. It's not my favorite, and I think it's because it's just very, very thin and sheer. And I know that might be a good thing because you don't want to add too much coverage to your foundation that you already have. But I feel like when I was setting it down, it was still, like my foundation was still feeling a little tacky, so I feel like I had to set it down even more. I had to use more powder to constantly set all the areas of my face that I had foundation because it just, I don't know, the foundation wasn't completely set even though I used a lot of that press. So yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you're liking it so far, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, so I'm here with a 2-hour check-in because I originally applied this foundation, no wait, I believe I applied this foundation at 11:30, so 2.5 hours. So let me give you a close-up on my face. I actually like it. I think it's really nice and natural. It's not dewy. It looks a little bit more natural. It's not matte all the way. My sunglasses did take off a little bit right here. And everything looks nice and smooth. Nothing looks cakey. Everything looks natural. And it just looks natural. I have the filter off on this camera because my vlog camera has this beauty skin effect. So I turned it off so that you guys can see my actual skin because I still have my acne blemishes and stuff peeking through, but it looks really nice. I just got out of my allergy clinic and I got my shots, so I'm going to go get some groceries and then I will see you guys in the next check-in. Guys, I am back with the last check-in. This is going to be my last check-in. It is now 4:07 and I applied this foundation around 11:30. So that makes it about 4.5, 5 hours maybe. But yeah, let's zoom you in so you guys can see what the foundation looks like on my face. Alright, so I zoomed you guys in so you can see. Now this part right here is because I had my sunglasses on and the nose pads from the sunglasses removed a little bit of the foundation on both sides of my nose. I mean, that's to be expected because every single foundation that I wear, any foundation that I wear, the sunglasses, any pair of sunglasses that I put on, the nose pads always tend to rub off my makeup. I mean, for about 4.5 to 5 hours, I think it wore pretty good. If I needed to blot, of course, I would take just, you know, a little piece of blotting paper and just pat in the areas where I need some touch-ups and then go in with a powder or something. But I do notice that after a couple of hours, it does tend to crease into my little lines around the corners of my mouth. I don't know if you can tell. But it does crease right here in these lines, these areas right here around my mouth. So maybe I just have to try it with a different primer, like a pore minimizing primer or an oil control primer. I will try this with a different primer. So one thing I noticed that I've never done here for you guys is to tell you what my comparisons are in other foundations. For sure, Maybelline Fit Me foundation, the Fit Me Matte and Poreless, is 128 Warm Nude. And then a more recent favorite drugstore foundation of mine is also by Maybelline, is the Superstay foundation, the full coverage up to 24 hours. That is also 128 Warm Nude, and these are the ones that I go by because I feel like they blend into my skin tone super well. Before I forget, the foundation is priced at $12, and then the setting powder is priced at $9, and then also the pressed powder is priced at $9. So with that being said, that is my first impressions, little review, wear test on this foundation. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please let me know what you think. And if you've tried this foundation, or if you're going to try this foundation or any of the products, down in the comment section below. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and subscribe to me if you haven't already. I haven't been on YouTube in a while, and I noticed that a lot of videos get lost in feeds now, and I actually noticed it because I have favorites that I like to watch, and they all of a sudden have gotten lost in my feed. So click that bell right next to that subscribe button if you would like to get notified every single time I post a video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. My hair is a mess.